और वो गांव वाले एडमेंट नहीं वो देखो सारी गाड़ियाँ ऊपर से जा रही हैं, हम नहीं भेजे हैं. So I stood there, took few minutes and those cars still getting, मैं बोल रही हूँ कि सीधा डाल रहे हैं.
What would be your first rally wherein you would try to get your hands dirty in an extreme category?
Maybe Sajoba again. अभी दो Rally of Himalayas is happening this coming weekend, Manali. Too early to jump into it, but next year I would target for that as well.
Okay. And who do you think amongst from your family कौन होगा वो जो आपके बटन दबाएगा extreme के लिए?
जिसमें मुस्कान जोतिंदर, 3 of them. तीनों. Night stage first leg थी हमारी. Started with the rally, so we had just got on off the tarmac and got on the dirt. Hardly कुछ 1-1.5 किलोमीटर आए होंगे तो उसमें एक हमने लेफ्ट लेना था, तो आई गेव हिम अ कॉल, टेक लेफ्ट. ही स्टॉप द कार. वो सारी गाड़ियाँ राइट जा रही हैं. मैंने कहा राइट नहीं जा रही, वो जा रही है, वो अपना लूप करके आएंगे, यू हैव टू टेक लेफ्ट. नहीं तो गलत कह रही है, सब राइट जा रहे हैं, हम क्यों लेफ्ट जाएंगे. ही थॉट दैट दैट मेरे पे विश्वास नहीं हुआ कि हमने लेफ्ट ही जाना है. और जबरदस्ती से मैं मतलब बिफोर आई कुड अगेन करेक्ट हिम.
He must be thinking कि यही है वो डिवोर्स वाला पॉइंट है.
नहीं वो तो भूल गया ना, उस टाइम पे डिवोर्स हो सकता है बीवी की ना सुनी तो.
Hey guys, Radhya Gupta here from Internal Combustion. In my previous podcasts, you've heard me speak with a lot of automobile enthusiasts, a lot of motorsport athletes, as well as car restorers. But this podcast, the one which you're about to see, is exceptionally special for me because I'm talking about a lady who has been inspired by her children, Jasmeher and Muskan Jubbal. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Aman Jubbal. She was completely and totally inspired by her children and pushed by them to enter into the world of motorsports. She started her motorsports feat from Red Bull karting, yes, Red Bull karting, and slowly and eventually she evolved as a TSD rally driver, and today she stands as a strong pillar along, of course, with her husband for her children in all the motorsports aspirations that they have. So without further ado, let's get into the conversation with Mrs. Aman Jubbal.
So, Aman ma'am, how are you doing?
Very well. You tell me, how are you?
Same old. बहुत busy रहे हो आप, तो I think I'll ask you, the first question would be about your most recent development, Thar Girls. What was the motive behind it? I mean, how did it all start?
So the motive behind it, like usually whenever these boys are going for their morning drives, है ना, तो गर्ल्स को इतना ज़्यादा इनकरेज नहीं करता है, ये जाएंगे तो हमारा डिले हो जाएगा, ख़राब हो जाएगा, we'll just go all by ourselves. So I just felt that even if I figure out a way for myself, so I have to take along the other girls and my other friends as well. So, okay, so let's build up a community. So
How many
how
members?
Thar Girls India came up.
अच्छा, अभी how many members have you been able to?
So we started with me, Shamta, Muskan. Of course, it was conception was with me and Muskan. We started with this idea that okay, let's build this. So then Shamta and Keshvi, two of my friends, they both had Thars. So from Motorsports, so although reason for getting together, तो हम चारों शुरू हुए. Then members just got get adding on. So we're on that growing stage. I think we were just a group of 23 followers on Instagram when Red FM tapped us, and we got an opportunity to go for a morning drive with them, an interview with RJ Purab to go on air as well. So good way, I think the idea got a kick. So we're trying to grow. I think I've been busy with my own schedule right now, but I would be coming up with few events, few drives for the girls. So let's see. We'll figure out more ways to add on more friends.
And I think it's nice also, because आप इतने अलग-अलग level के लोगों से you end up communicating and meeting, so it's just a great feeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You also ended up buying a 5-door ना अभी?
नहीं, that was only they invited me to unveil the model.
मैं वही सोच रहा था यार, आपने
बहुत सारे लोगों ने कंग्रेचुलेट कर दिया है, तो मैंने काफियों को जाके मैंने कहा मैं इनको क्या लिखूं, तो मैंने लिखा है, जबकि माय कैप्शन वेरी वेल रेड, अनवेलिंग द न्यू थार रॉक्स.
मेरे को डाउट तो आ रहा था बिकॉज़ सफेद रंग की थी, तो ये शायद आपने खरीदी नहीं.
दे इनवाइटेड मी टू जस्ट अनवेल द थार, क्योंकि इनके यहाँ पे अब तक आया नहीं था मॉडल. सो फर्स्ट इट वाज द फर्स्ट डिस्प्ले मॉडल एट द शोरूम, सो दे इनवाइटेड मी एंड जितेंद्र टू unveil it for them. So I just shared the content from there to unveiling the new Thar Rocks. But I think people missed out on reading that caption and they started congratulating. अब फिर हार के eventually मैंने thank you लिखना शुरू कर दिया.
उसको देख के तो यही लग रहा था कि वो picked it up.
भाई जब तक 4x4 नहीं आएगी तब तक यहाँ घर में भी नहीं आएगी. So
अच्छा, हाँ.
4x4 और petrol.
अभी तक इन लोगों ने वो नहीं करी है.
नहीं.
But very recently, I saw this video. I think yesterday only, and उसके अंदर they've done a good job in terms of अपने वो देसी भाषा में वो cutting brake नहीं कहते इसको. They're giving that, they call it intelli brake or something like that. कि एक side का wheel up lock कर. That's something super smart यार. Even the Wrangler doesn't have it.
But I just test drove the 4x2 वाला model recently with Vikram Bhaiya at Oraz.
अच्छा, हाँ.
One of the friends, he was doing his own video, Nikhil. So I got an opportunity to meet him as well. So I got an opportunity. Like, I love the steering. Yeah. Matlab, it's like literally the whole feel the minute you sit in that Thar office. It's like, you know, that the old, rugged, robust Thar has walked out of a finishing school. You know, in all style and elegance. It's like that. Matlab, itna अंदर लगता है कि luxury है. And steering is like, you know, one finger touch.
Oh, wow.
It's electronic now. और डिस्प्ले एंड एवरीथिंग. जो मेरे को सबसे बड़ा इसमें हर्डल लगता है कि विंडोज का कंट्रोल इधर दिया है ना. तो विंडो कंट्रोल्स आर लाइक द पैनल इज ऑन द डोर इटसेल्फ, द वे it is in the other cars.
And I think considering, I think mechanically also it's got the underpinnings of the N na Scorpio.
Yeah.
It's no longer the underpinnings of the Thar.
Yeah.
उसकी वजह से how is it like a good machine to drive overall? मतलब I'm just generally asking because I've never driven
Scorpio. नहीं, मैंने Scorpio नहीं चलाई, so can't compare.
Okay.
So but yes, Thar I've been lately using it for all my drives, so my daily drive as well, and on the track off-roading and for the desert quest on that, and just
है मतलब is it better than the 3-door to drive?
and 5-door मैंने वैसे drive.
अच्छा, you have not driven it.
No, not driven, but just did a थोड़ा बहुत patch.
Got it.
उसमें on off road, but उसमें wheel spinning काफी हो रही थी. It was, you know, lacking that traction and control. But I know that shouldn't be in 4x4. तो जो हमारी need है, जो हमारा purpose है, that comes, I think that should be resolved in that. Just waiting for that.
So I think now let's get on to you. ये तो ऐसे this was just a casual banter about the initiative that you have taken.
Yeah.
You have a solid history in motoring and motorsports, and I think you're an extremely proud mother of 2 champions. So first I'd like to talk, I mean considering that कहीं ना कहीं because उन्होंने आप में कुछ देखा है, इसीलिए उन लोगों को कहीं ना कहीं वो push automatically उनके mind में किया, and now they are doing what they've always wanted to do. So I'd like to know more about where it started for you.
So just like you said कि उन्होंने मेरे में देखा है, उल्टा था, मैंने उनमें देखा था.
Oh.
So just Mer and Muskan started with their just fun karting.
Okay.
Smash Sector 29 उस टाइम पे होता था. Sadly it's no longer in operations right now. So they used to go for fun karting and they started just participating in the home ground championships that way.
Okay.
और ये ऐसे ही अपने skills पे भी जाते तो हर बार they both were faring first, second, whether Muskan was participating in girls or in overall. So both of them, just Mer and Muskan, were on the podium.
Okay.
So we realized that, you know, that they have that sharpness and skill to grow in the sport. So we luckily came across Mr. Rohit Khanna.
Okay.
Under their guidance, they started with their training. तो जब ये लोग ट्रेनिंग पे जाते थे या कार्टिंग पे जाते थे, आई वाज लाइक ऑलवेज लाइक अ स्पोर्टी मॉम, नॉट वन ऑफ दोज की पर्स और हील्स पहन के साइड पे खड़ी हूँ और जस्ट वाचिंग एंड पेइंग फॉर देम.
सॉकर मॉम बोलते हैं
या हाँ, तो मैं आजकल तो पैसेंजर प्रिंसेस भी एक बड़ा अच्छा वर्ड चल रहा है ना, लाइक सो आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू बी ऑन द ट्रैक कि तुम क्यों करोगे, मैं भी करूँगी. तो ये भी मेरे को खुशी खुशी ले जाते थे व्हाइल प्रैक्टिसिंग बिकॉज दे वांटेड अ हर्डल ऑन द ट्रैक कि खाली ट्रैक पे चला के क्या फन, हमें तो ओवरटेक करने के लिए होना चाहिए. So I think, and out of that, when they started correcting me and guiding me as well, and indirectly they both trained me.
Okay.
On the drive lines, how to take sharp corners, apex, this, that, everything on the track. So that fun karting turned into a skilled driving. And then Red Bull's national championship for women's came up on like a women's day in March. And they both pushed me to participate in that. And my first participation, that was a Red Bull catch-up with Meera Irda. So, and I think I was the only female on the entire track whom she could not overtake. बाकी सबको she banged and she overtook, but I was the only one. So उसमें, but I still came as first runner-up. That was my first win, first participation.
Okay.
And then participating in other formats from there on, and there was no looking back.
Okay, interesting. So in connection to that, but still, the first time they would have, Jasmeer and Muskan would have pushed you कि हाँ चलो चलो आप भी करो, कुछ तो आपका भी रिएक्शन रहा होगा
एक्चुअली उस चैंपियनशिप में पार्टिसिपेट
या
करने
कहाँ लेके जा रहे हैं क्या कर रहे
मुस्कान
हो
वाज द फर्स्ट क्वालिफायर बिकॉज शी वाज द फास्टेस्ट फीमेल
हाँ
and they even gave her a letter of qualifying and participation
okay
from Red Bull. She got it from Smash, but then uske baad last minute they pulled her back on the grounds that she's underage. But then it's people like, you know, kids like her who do exceptionally well.
Great. So how many trophies under your list of victories or races or rallies, whatever you've done?
Count तो करी नहीं आज तक, but trophies from karting, from autocross, like number of trophies from autocross,
Okay.
then Gymkhana, then TSD format, then INRC as well.
Oh, you've done Gymkhana as well?
Yeah, I'm a national champion in Gymkhana format for 2019-20. Yeah.
Oh wow. Where was this
The
happening?
qualifiers happened and the finals happened in Delhi only, first time ever.
Okay.
It was done by BND.
Acha.
So
Okay.
the top 4 girls from the format would qualify in team Gymkhana, and like 8 boys and 4 girls, team of 12. So like whoever gets an opportunity to represent India internationally for the format. So I was in top 4 girls in team India then.
I didn't know Lakshya had that arrangement wherein if you win that trophy at BND, then you qualify for the.
Every zone had qualifiers, no? Just like north and south. So from wherever you participate. So north का round हुआ था, तो qualifiers हुए थे, तो यहाँ से obviously all the girls participated.
Okay.
So when the finals happened, the participants and qualifiers from all around came to Delhi to participate for that year. Then that first time ever, Lakshya had that contract to run the Gymkhana finals.
Okay. And getting a little deeper into your motorsports journey, any specific race or rally that was probably the most memorable to you?
Yeah, like so many of them. Like if I talk about my autocrosses, like, you know, first time participating on dirt, then tarmac, different format. Those were different. Participating in TSD rallies, that was a different exposure. Gymkhana out of all, you know, like is my, like where I won the first national championship. I really feel proud and very happy because again, as a participant, like I gave my best, but the one who was pushing me to better and give best timings was my son. He was just 14 that time. And when I went for my first round of Gymkhana, like on the qualifier, क्या कर रहे हो? What's wrong with you? आप hand brake नहीं खींचते ठीक से. मैं क्या हो गया? मैं कर तो रही हूँ. I have timed the best. No, you can still do better. You don't see, you know, amongst girls. You have to see amongst the top timers. मुझे वहाँ से उठा के उस टाइम पे he took me out on the, like, you know, बाहर के track के बाहर. U-turn पे U-turn. Pull, input, steering, out, वापस, मतलब aggression, you know, he caught me in that aggression and right moves and took me back on the track. अब जाओ final के लिए. तो final के लिए जब मेरी बारी आई call आई, तो I was again, how I timed and the way he pushes me, you know, it's like, that's what I say, you know, when you said that, कि they get that energy from you. So I equally get it both from Jasmeer and Muskan as well. So of course Jatinder is my husband. He's supportive. He's standing there hard. He knows when to calm me down, when to push me. So he's always there. But these kids, you know, they understand the game. They understand the mindset because they themselves are into it. They knew how to refuel, how to pass on those chargers, you know, कहाँ पे कैसे, like I as a parent do to them. So when I am participating, they are my parent.
उनको पता है कि मम्मी का बटन कौन सा दबाना है.
कैसे करना. So it works very well for 4 of us.
हम अगर 14 साल के होते और ऐसे अगर बोल देते ना मम्मी को, तो we would have gotten like 1 or 2 easily.
I know, मैं तो I tell just मैं very frequently, मैंने अपने डैड से इतनी डांट नहीं खाई हूँ जितनी मैं तेरे से खा लेती हूँ आज के. मारेगा मुझे वो क्यों बोलता.
But I remember you were also telling me about one rally that you did with Jatinder sir also.
Not one, we did 2 rally of Jaipur and
you were telling me a
Royal
very
Rally
fun
Rajasthan.
episode. Which one was that?
उसमें ये हुआ था that it was my first rally.
Okay.
So like we both just went कि luxury class create हुई थी, हमारे पास Discovery थी उस टाइम पे.
नहीं वही रॉयल राजस्थान रैली.
तो उसमें भी both went. Rally of Jaipur थी, not
अच्छा, Rally of Jaipur.
Rally of Jaipur. तो उसमें that we went and उसमें there was this, we were first timers, तो हमारे पीछे 3 गाड़ियाँ ना, day 1 day like say they were like हमें समझ नहीं आ रही, मैम को कुछ समझ आ रही है, I use it okay can we tailgate you, and I was like मैं खुद first timer हूँ, मुझे खुद समझ नहीं आ रही, he says but आपको फिर you are able to catch the road book, we are not able to, so we'll just tailgate you if you don't mind. I was like newcomer, okay लग जाओ, देखी जाएगी, जहाँ पे मैं फंस होंगी तो better than 3 minds together.
हाँ.
So then eventually the last day, last leg, last patch. So literally उसमें क्या था कि very tiny, like waypoints, short ranges of drive and very minutest of clues where you would not go wrong. So it was a left, broken road. तो उसमें ना very close, एक road यहाँ पे, not even a like 20 meters there was another road. तो इस ये लेनी है वो लेने, so you have to be very precise with the order reading, right? तब उसमें हमने ये लेफ्ट कट लिया, broken road, then it was like take right, then it was a right and then a hairpin turn, वो भी आया, decline ऐसे broken road and then dirt and then decline and then hairpin, वो भी था. फिर उसके बाद लेफ्ट लेके एक पॉन्ड और एक हैंड पंप था, वो भी था. एंड दे वर लाइक कि, और उसके बाद ना आके गन्ने के जैसे खेत नहीं होते बड़े बड़े bushes and all that, and if there is nothing, तो there those 3 cars which are tailgating, they were like कि अब तो कुछ रास्ता ही नहीं है. एंड दोस्त गाँव वाले जो ज़्यादा जो एक्सपर्ट होते हैं दुनिया में, हमारे से ज़्यादा उनको पता है, अरे यहाँ से सारी गाड़ियाँ गलत जा रही है, हमने ही उनको यूटर्न मरवा के वहाँ से भेजा है, वो रास्ता वहाँ से, आप वहाँ से जाओ. एंड आई एम टेलिंग जितेंद्र कि नो, इतने टाइनिएस्ट क्लूज मैच हो रहे हैं, लाइक पॉन्ड, हैंड पंप, ब्रोकन रोड, ब्रोकन पैच, हेयर पिन, इट कांट बी रॉन्ग, इट हैज़ टू बी हियर. और वो गाँव वाले एडमेंट, नहीं वो देखो सारी गाड़ियाँ ऊपर से जा रही हैं, हमने ही भेजे हैं. So I stood there, took few minutes, and those cars tailgating, मैं बोल रही हूँ कि सीधा डाल रहे हैं. कह रहा है यार सुबह से कोई गाड़ी गई नहीं है, लग नहीं रहा, अगर कोई गाड़ी गई होती तो कुछ हिला होता, खेत वेत, some damage, but लग ही नहीं रहा था. मैंने कहा नहीं, हम यहीं से जाएंगे, यहीं से निकालेंगे गाड़ी, कितने क्लोज है. वो गाँव वाले कह रहे हैं गलत जा रहे हो, हम बोल रहे हैं, और वो दोस्त 3 cars tailgating, they are saying कि I think ma'am has lost it. I think it is the last stage pressure. घूम गया कुछ, नहीं गलत जा रही है. मैंने कहा ना, सिंगल पर्सन एडमेंट ना, हम इसे डालेंगे. then जितेंद्र had a lot of it. अच्छा 1 मिनट दे, मैं उतर के देखता हूँ. then he got up and says assessed and judged and says अच्छा I think जा तो सकते हैं. कहते चल डाल के देखते हैं क्या होएगा. finally he agreed. जैसे हमने उसमें डाला और उसको क्रॉस किया, सामने टीसी था.
और
टीसी लगा.
कितना लंबा था वो क्रॉसिंग?
क्रॉसिंग हार्डली मतलब 40-50 मीटर्स का पैच नहीं होगा. और उससे लाइक फिर देखा तो कुछ गाड़ियाँ निकली थी कि कुछ था डले जब उसके अंदर. तो सामने टीसी था एंड टीसी वाज लाइक ओ माय गॉड आई एम सरप्राइज. कहता है आउट ऑफ द 40-45 कार्स पार्टिसिपेटिंग, योर्स इज द 18th कार हुज रीच्ड हियर. कहता है आप फर्स्ट टाइम, कहता है अच्छे प्रो मिस कर गए और आज आप पहुंच गए, आई एम सरप्राइज्ड. एंड दोस 3 cars which were tailgating, सर देखा सर, आपको बोला था ना वाइफ इज ऑलवेज राइट, आप ही नहीं मान रहे थे.
आपने उसको बोला नहीं यार तू वहाँ खड़ा है, ये नहीं आवाज ही लगा दे तो कम से कम कि इधर आ जाओ.
So but that was like my first rally and first experience, and that gave me a lot of confidence that just not catching the road book, it's about that yes I can do that, because I was only one person na adamant ki nahi we'll follow the road book, likha hai jana hai to jana hai. Road book is a bible as a sign, so you have to follow it. So we did that, and that was a lot of like that one rally gave me an opportunity to go further again as a navigator. So एक rally फिर हमने और करी थी. उसके बाद I did it with another friend. So then I think 3 rallies done and dusted as navigator. I felt यार I'm more of a driver. I'm deviating from my focus. Then I just jumped into driving. After 2 years, I think we had a gap from 2020. Then bought a car in Thar in 2022. This year I told Jitendra that I wish to participate. This is मैं navigate नहीं कर रहा. That's not my cup of tea. You see whom you want to go ahead with.
Okay.
Then finally participated in Desert Quest as my first TSD rally in Jaipur last month, and then Sajoba this weekend. So 2 experiences, totally different. Desert Quest, more of a driver's rally, lot of challenges, like different terrains, sand dunes, inclines, declines, slushes, mud, whatnot. It was like very, very like challenging, and I quite enjoyed it.
Okay.
And again, I was the only female who did not get stuck in any of the stages and did not ask for any recovery from the recovery team. So we came first runner-up in that one.
Okay.
So Sajoba was also a very good experience.
Acha.
Very different in terms of in comparison to the Desert Quest, scenic hill drives.
So Juba is 3 days, 4 days.
So all rallies are usually three days. They
And
have
मतलब like back in the day, DS used to be long.
the night stage नहीं था इनका.
Okay.
It was only basically 2 days. They just covered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me one thing. Now that you've done a fair bit of, and you've only done TSDs right now. You've stuck to TSDs, or you've done extremes also.
Extreme I might.
अभी तक लेकिन
अभी
नहीं
करा नहीं है, बट आई वुड जंप इनटू इट. मेरा मन कर रहा है कि मैं वो भी एक्सपीरियंस कर लूँ. सब कुछ तो कर लिया, एक वही पार्ट रह गया, तो आई विश टू एक्सपेरिमेंट एक्सपीरियंस दैट एज वेल.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would be your first rally wherein you would try to get your hands dirty in an extreme category?
Maybe Sajoba again. अभी दो रैली ऑफ हिमालयस इज हैपनिंग दिस कमिंग वीकेंड मनाली. Too early to
early,
jump
I
into it, but next year I would target for that as well.
Okay. And who do you think amongst from your family कौन होगा वो जो आपके बटन दबाएगा एक्सट्रीम के लिए?
Jasmine, Muskan, Jatinder, three of them. तीनों. Because everybody is in support, na? That is the best thing. मतलब when I see other participants और other, तो उनके कहीं ना कहीं अगर कोई मेल है तो बीवी वहाँ घर से फ़ोन कर रही है. क्यों, क्या, ऐसे क्यों, कब आओगे, फ़ोन नहीं किया, ये वो. Or if it's a female, getting call from kids or. So, but I feel very happy and confident because 3 of them are from the same sport. It gives us a very good understanding. है ना, और ब्रिज बहुत अच्छे से होता है, तो उनको पता है, दे अंडरस्टैंड कि अब मैं किस फॉर्मेट में हूँ या वो किस फॉर्मेट में है, किसने कब कॉल भी करना है, मैसेज भी करना है या नहीं करना. सो इट इज वर्किंग वेरी गुड फॉर 4 of us because we understand and 4 of us in the same sport.
Okay. Has there been any instance, I mean, I'll talk to you a little bit about rallying because it seems to be something that you've done more frequently. Has there been an instance wherein you realized, like literally realized that how important a good navigator is? कोई ऐसा बहुत अजीब मतलब any bad incident in rallying that happened because of a bad navigator, or should I say an inefficient
I would
navigator?
not say a bad navigator. I think it's हर किसी का एक दिन होता है ना. और experience, every experience is a learning experience. Bad तो कुछ होता ही नहीं है.
Sure.
How you take it, that's your approach. Plus minus, yes, last rally, Desert Quest,
Okay.
it was my first as well. At the same time, my first time to pair up with a Navi, just
Okay.
I met for the first time.
Okay.
So, but fair and fair, where she was able to do it very well. Wherever she was losing out because of any good reasons, या तो GPS signal नहीं था for the waypoints, because rally GDP work nahi kar rahi thi or something. So she left it on me, but I was equally, since I've also done my navigation bit, so I was also sharp on how and where to catch up.
Okay.
So you equally have to be like it's never a one person's job, right? Has to be a teamwork. Kahin na kahin hota hai. So for this rally also, like there was one instruction, get off tarmac. So but my Navi missed
At a
out on
particular
that.
patch.
A particular patch. So we got on tarmac.
Okay.
तो ठीक है, ऐसे छोटे मिस आउट्स हो जाते हैं. Then the beauty is that how you recover, how you get back to it, how soon you realize it. So both experiences were different with different navigators, and I enjoyed both. with
Because
both
I
of them.
think TSD में तो चलो फिर भी you have that margin for error, which can possibly be made either by the driver or the navigator.
Yeah.
But फिर extreme में वो margin for error नहीं होता.
Yeah. We were doing very well, but ये get off tarmac में, क्योंकि इसमें driver कुछ challenges कुछ थे ही नहीं, इस बार only सिर्फ the navigators thing. But even if we were on delay of 10 minutes, 7 minutes I drove like mad. I recovered 7 out of 10. But वो last के 3 मिनट भी जो penalty लगी हमें भारी पड़ गए. Total penalty हमारी उस stage की 4 मिनट समथिंग की थी. अगर वो 3 मिनट ना लगती तो we would have taken it. But वो ifs and buts हो जाते हैं. The first rally that me and Jatinder did together as a couple, so we entered in the couple class, right? So the people told us that you both are going as husband and wife, as driver and co-driver. तो usually लोगों के divorce हो जाते हैं, तो be watchful, ध्यान से जाना. अगर तुम वापस आ गए, divorce नहीं हुआ, तो you're a past couple. अगर अलग अलग हो गए तो भैया you know the reason. All the best. तो वैसे कह के भेजा गया था. that was one of a kind experience. मैं घर से, because I had experienced one TSD as a second co-driver, तो मैं घर से जितेंद्र को बोल के गई थी कि you don't know how the format is, don't get excited, you have to listen to me.
हाँ.
मतलब जो मैं कहूँगी मेरा कहना मानना है, अगर मैंने बोला लेफ्ट तो लेफ्ट, राइट बोला तो लेफ्ट. और बहुत गाड़ियाँ दिखेंगी यहाँ वहाँ जाते, ये नहीं कि कोई गाड़ी जाते देखे तो उसके पीछे जाना है.
हाँ.
So and first time for him 2 minutes start, हर गाड़ी आगे चल रही है आपके. नाइट स्टेज फर्स्ट लेग थी हमारी. Started with the rally, so we had just got on off the tarmac and got on the dirt. Hardly कुछ 1-1.5 किलोमीटर आए होंगे, तो उसमें एक हमने लेफ्ट लेना था. तो I gave him a call, take left. He stopped the car. वो सारी गाड़ियाँ राइट जा रही है. मैंने कहा राइट नहीं जा रही, वो जा रही है, वो अपना लूप करके आएंगे, you have to take left. नहीं, तो गलत कह रही है, सब राइट जा रहे हैं, हम क्यों लेफ्ट जाएंगे. He thought that that मेरे पे विश्वास नहीं हुआ कि हमने लेफ्ट ही जाना है. और जबरदस्ती से मैं, मतलब बिफोर आई कुड अगेन करेक्ट हिम,
He must be thinking कि यही है वो डिवोर्स वाला पॉइंट है.
नहीं वो तो भूल गया ना उस टाइम पे, डिवोर्स हो सकता है बीवी की ना सुनी तो he just rushed into it without hearing me out again and just approached and followed them and took right. जैसे right, yeah, very good, TC number 3 welcomes you. 2 TC छोड़ आए हो. उसके बाद we lost the Odo, we can't go back, we have no waypoint. Then we were stuck. मैंने कहा समझ आई, कहता ETC क्या होता है. मैंने कहा यही तो समझा रही थी, ETC 1 और 2 मिस हो गए हैं, अब आपने, because you did not listen to me. So that was like our first incident and first thing. And उसके बाद I told him, now you at least listen to me. कहता अब कैसे पता चलेगा. Then we stopped by, asked for help. One of the friends कि किस वे पॉइंट पे किस ऑटो पे है. Then they helped us, we adjusted and we started afresh from back. And that was how our start was.
But I think knowing the two of you, you guys would have eventually laughed it off over a drink.
अब हंसते हैं, लेकिन उस टाइम पे तो हम जो रात को पूरी स्टेज खराब कर दी, लड़ाई तो होनी थी. Obviously we had a good fight. उसके बाद one after the other कुछ ना कुछ हो ही रहा था. फिर हमारा टायर पंक्चर हो गया, कट गया, नॉट पंक्चर, कट गया. तो अब हमारे पास डोनट टायर था. We got stuck. अब क्या करें. Then we had no ways to do it. Then we asked for help. वही जो गाड़ी tailgate that I told you. So out of those guys, one of the cars stopped. They helped us change the tire.
Okay.
Then we moved ahead. फिर तो हमारे वो उन्होंने पहली हेल्प कर, तो हमें 3 दिन टेलगेट करने की हेल्प का एक बर्डन हो गया था ना. That's all it happened. But it's fun. Every rally is a different experience.
Interesting.
Yeah.